welcome to the show. We at Trucking Life welcome you all. Now, pull that rig over, hit the head, grab a drink and snack, settle in, and let's get this show on the road. And now, your host.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Sunday Brunch. How are you guys doing? Hi, Tinky.
We're good.
We're good.
Where are you at today?
Yes. We are in Minnesota.
Ooh, how's the weather? Is it cold or not?
It's in the 40s.
I'm just glad there's no white stuff anywhere, because
Exactly. Yeah, the white stuff can go.
Yes. It was pretty hairy last night. I mean, we're loaded pretty heavy with rolls of paper, and we were getting blowed around pretty good last night because they had a storm come through. And when we started out, we were out in Missouri down by Springfield, and the wind was blowing like 45 mile an hour when we left. You know, I mean, Brooke and Johnny, I mean, if anybody watches them, Living, Loving, Trucking, check them out. But yeah, they had to pull over. It got so bad.
Yeah. Winds in Texas Friday were pretty bad. So yeah, I'm in Casa Grande, Arizona today. Had to change truck stops just to get better service. So, yeah.
It's weird. Is it like you were over at the TA and it wasn't working, so you went over to the Petro? Now it's working.
Now it's working fine. Exactly. It's weird.
That's the thing about it. You know, they all want us to go to electric trucks, but they can't even get the internet infrastructure correct. Exactly. How are they going to get everybody using electric trucks?
Exactly. So today on Sunday Brunch, we are going to premiere the first episode of The Misadventures of Pat and Heather's Switching Companies.
Whoop, whoop. Whoop.
So let's get a current update, and we will actually show that a little later on the show. So how is it going, and how are you guys feeling about the new company?
Well, let's see. We are, 2 weeks in now?
Yeah, we're on our second week.
We're on our second week. So far, I mean, we have, gone, go. And, I mean, this is the first time, really, we've actually had a length of stoppage. And we're doing it at 34 here in Minnesota. But we haven't really had time to stop. I mean, we've been down to San Antonio, and then all the way back up here. We've been to Louisiana, back up here. And the day that I get loaded, by that afternoon, I usually have a pre-plan ready to go. I mean, I picked this load up on Thursday.
Yeah, it was Thursday.
I picked this load up on Thursday, and they have me a pre-plan for Monday.
Nice.
You know, and the thing about it too is the last company I was with, you know, I get percentage pay. So they give me a percentage of the load, and those loads weren't paying anything, you know. And this load I'm on, like, take for instance, this load I'm on right now is less than 1,000 miles, and it's paying $4,000.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, when you make that decision, you know, to change companies, you always hope that it goes great. You always hope for the great. And sometimes it does, sometimes it. But it sounds like you guys really made a good decision.
Thank you, Missy.
Yeah, Mother Trucker, right there behind you.
Right there. So, all right. Well, good morning, Brooke. Good morning, Jen. Good morning, Lori. Good morning, Jane. And good morning, baby girl. I see you. My daughter's on there. my big idol. See, and good morning. That's my baby. So we wanted to talk about orientations. You know,
Yes.
when you go to orientation, you never know what to expect, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody's different. So what we wanted to talk about was orientation from hell.
Right.
So we all have stories.
Oh.
Oh boy, I know Pat's already shaking his head. So
Yeah.
let's hear it, Pat. What is your worst orientation story?
Okay, I guess one of my worst orientation stories was I went to go work for a company called Busky Truck Lines. Now, they were out of Granite City, Illinois, which is the St. Louis area. And they were like, yep, come on up, all that stuff. They got me, unfortunately, they got me on a bus from South Florida up to St. Louis, right? Or Granite City. God, I hated that. And so I got up there, and the thing about it was I had to share a hotel room with another driver.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it was god awful. And it was, I think, 3 or 4 days. I can't remember exactly how long it was. This is back before they started making orientations quicker and smaller and stuff like that. We had the first day. The guy, it was god awful. The guy snored and yelled in his sleep.
Oh my gosh.
It was. I was like, I thought we were getting broken into one night because he just started screaming, "No!" And I was like, "What? Where?" So, but yeah, it was. Yeah, and so we did orientation, and we got approved, or we did the whole orientation stuff like that, and the last day, all drug tests come back. Okay.
Uh-huh.
They said they wanted to talk to me. I was like, all right. They said, yeah, your drug test came up positive. Well,
Hey.
anybody who knows me knows better.
Yeah.
And I was like, mm-hmm. And I knew for a fact there was no way in hell it could have come up. And you can't argue with them because they won't let you, because they'll think you're automatically lying. So they put me on a bus and sent me back to Florida. Okay. And I had a prepaid cell phone at the time. And I'm in, where the hell am I? I'm about halfway back to Florida. They called me up and said, get off at the next stop. We're bringing you back to St. Louis. We had a mix-up. It was your roommate's drug test and not yours that came back positive.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That was always fun. Yeah. I have a pre-orientation nightmare. Did orientation, all that stuff, got approved, was getting ready to go over. Then all of a sudden they called me and said, now we're rejecting you. Rejecting me for what? Because this was at that other company in Oklahoma City. Fry Miller.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I forgot to put a traffic ticket that I had gotten, traffic accident.
Yeah.
Traffic accident I had gotten into in 2011 where I wasn't even cited. And they said, oh, well, you forgot to, put that on there. Why were you trying to hide it? I said, how could I hide it? You guys pull our driving record. You'd see if there was one. There was nothing on my driving record, but it was on the DAC as a preventable, even though it wasn't. Nobody was cited, anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was all ready to go. I had already put my notice in. And then they were like, nope.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Really.
And that's when we found WFX, which we kind of regret. But yeah, I mean, I went to work for, one of my first ones was I worked for a guy who had a bunch of trucks signed on with Schneider. Okay. His little business was run out of a warehouse out of Pompano Beach.
That's not sketchy at all.
No, not at all. Not out of Pompano. But he had about 8 trucks, retired colonel, stuff like that. Go out there and you're going to go, I'm signed on with Schneider. So you're going to go work for Schneider. You got to go up to North Carolina. spend a week up there. Oh,
Oh boy.
16 hours on the bus to Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh my.
Oh God, I hated it. I would never ride on a bus again.
Exactly.
It's just not, and it was so crazy. But the horror stories that are out there for some guys are just god awful.
I'm sorry. I just read the comment and I had to laugh.
I know, exactly.
Can you read
That's
that?
my baby. That's my baby. So, okay, so let's address it because we've already had 2 comments.
What?
All right, so it says, why does it say mean lady, Pat?
Because that's her nickname.
Oh, because you're mean lady.
There you go.
Anybody who knows her off screen knows she's a royal.
Yeah, Pat calls me mean lady. So whenever he's on, I always make sure that it says mean lady instead of Angela just to mess with him. So my daughter says, I'm not a mean lady. She's the only one that works for Satan. Oh my gosh. Oh, listen to Jen. Jen told you. Let me say.
And I'm full of shit. Why am I full of shit?
Because you call her a mean lady.
Oh no!
For a mean lady.
Oh no! Yep, she is. She's a mean lady. Ask
Oh,
Steve.
she might be old, but she's not mean, guys. Oh, thanks, babe.
Bring
Thanks,
Steve
Mom.
on. Steve, if you're in danger, blink twice.
I have a story for orientation.
Oh.
It was when we were going from CFI over to Prime, and we had to ride the Greyhound.
Oh God, that
for
one.
just an hour. It felt like a 10-hour bus ride.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
We were cramped. We were sharing a seat that was made for like 2 people. There was 3 of us cramped on the very back seat of the bus by the toilet.
Of course.
And there was a guy in front of us trying to, I don't know, he was like asking us if we wanted to share the community water bottle. Don't know what was in it.
And offered us hash.
And offered us hash in a matter of an hour. And to top it off, it was snowing, and I was scared to death that the bus driver was going to crash.
Oh, yeah, because they just gouge on it. Yeah.
So, yeah, that was fun.
Now, I do have one last story. There was a guy. He was out of Sunrise, Florida. And it was a Jamaican pastor who had a couple trucks. Now, he was blind as a bat, too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I go over to him, he has his wife run my driver's license. Everything's good. Gives me the keys to the truck and then, hands me, it was a hose and, a pump thing. I was like, well, what is this for? He says, that's for fuel. Siphon it out of other trucks.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and you do what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, siphon it out of the other trucks. You got a full tank now. Run with it and then stop before you run out at a truck stop and then siphon it out of the other trucks.
Did you tell him to take his hose and put it somewhere?
Oh, no, I got one better, which really irked him. So I'm driving down the road. The truck's not in the best condition in the world. The clutch goes out in Ocala. Okay. So I take the closest place to get a clutch fixed is at Caterpillar, because I kind of thought it was the engine at first, but it was the clutch, and the clutch went out, and I called him up. I said, I'm here at Caterpillar. They're saying your clutch is gone. He said, that clutch is brand new. They said, and I said, well, he's saying the clutch is brand new. It can't be out. They go, yeah, it was brand new when he probably bought the truck, but it's not brand new now. This is the original clutch. He says, and mind you, the truck had over 500,000 miles on it, so that clutch was gone. And he yelled and screamed and all that. I finally said, come get your truck. And by the way, it's out of fuel.
I love it. Okay, on that note, we're going to take a quick break and we will be right back.
Trucking Life is proud to introduce you to Margaret DeBalot, aka That Truckin' Chick, and aka Miss D, the Job Coach. Margaret is a published author and the proud creator of the Margaret in the Morning Show and the Empowerment Summit Tampa Bay. Be sure to follow all Margaret's adventures here on Trucking Life as she drives her passion to #change the world.
Trucking Life is looking for live streamers to join our team of showing the world how it gets moved from here to there. truckinglife.live@gmail.com.
All right, and we are back, and we got swapped. Face swap.
Well, before we start this, Angela, I just, we saw a comment up there from Brooke. Just want to remind everybody, just be careful what you post because Facebook's extra sensitive and, we don't want anybody getting booted. We're going to find out what happened over there and try to figure that mess out.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out what that was all about.
Because I don't think she was saying anything bad because she knows what to say on here. That's just so weird.
I don't know what that's about, but we will get to the bottom of it. So, good morning, Joanne.
Hi, Joanne.
Hello. Oh, speaking of Schneider, she must have had her ears burning.
Good morning, Cindy. Yes, it is a beautiful Sunday morning. So, all right. So, I wanted to talk to Heather. Get your face at the screen. Yeah, exactly. Oh, see, that's my girl. So, as a non-driving spouse, you go with that fool to all his orientations.
Yeah, because if I don't, when I do get in the truck, it's a mess, and I can't find anything.
Exactly. So, first question is, do you go to orientation with him? Do you actually sit in the class and listen?
I have a couple times, like with Prime, I did, and he had to do like this computer training stuff, and I actually sat and did the computer training with them and stuff, and that was before Tank, so I was able to do that. Now that we have Tank, it's a little more difficult because you have to watch her and stuff. So this last time that I went with him, I just stayed in the hotel room like I do most times. And then I just make sure we have everything and kind of do a mental list. Like, did we bring this? And then, of course, then I go, oh, crap. I left. Well, because the last time when we just left, I had bought a bunch of stuff for the truck, like bread and stuff, and it was in the cabinet. And I didn't put it out on the counter to pack it. So therefore, out of sight, out of mind. And I was trying to remember everything. And I get on the truck and I'm like, ooh, a bagel sounds good. Oh, it's going to have a nice science experiment on it when we get home. Because I didn't bring them. Yeah. So now there are times where I'm like, oh, crap, did I bring that? And he'll go, hey, can you get me that? And I'll go, yeah, like in 2 months when we're home because, well, I left it on the bed.
Yeah. I mean, there's times where I love to have her at orientation because, I mean, if they want to read my chicken scratch, they can try, but it's better when she does fill stuff out because she can actually read it, and so can they.
There you go. So Joanne says, I'm old. I make written lists.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gotten to that part yet.
I have to sometimes because there's 2 of us, so there's double the packing. So I have to make sure that he has all of his clothes, all of his meds. I have to make sure that like we have his important stuff, like passport and all that stuff, so that they have it on file. And then he usually has a list of all the companies that he's been at, and that you guys have to have 10 years.
Some places, yeah.
So like. When you're doing orientation, you sometimes forget all of this stuff. So, and then,
she made a little list.
I usually have like a month of clothes for us because we don't know when you're going to get back.
Yeah.
And then 2 months of medication because,
Same.
like, yeah.
Just don't know.
Yeah. And then we always bring our small fan because hotel rooms are always warm.
Mm-hmm.
We always have to have a fan. And plus the noise. Since being on a truck, I have to have noise to sleep.
There you go.
It's crazy. But yeah, so we always make sure that. And then I always have a list of like our utilities, like all the account numbers written down, because when you're over the road, you really sometimes don't have that stuff handy. And when you're out here for a few months, you have to pay bills from the truck, and you don't always have the luxuries of having the bill in your face. So
yeah,
I always make sure I have the account numbers written down.
Yeah, a lot of people don't think to bring that kind of stuff.
That's right.
When they get home, why is my electricity off? Oh, because you didn't pay the bill, stupid.
Yeah, at first when we came out here, I was like, we still have to pay bills. Okay. Yeah. How's that gonna work?
Yeah, they don't just stop because you're not there.
Exactly. Well, thank God for online bill pay nowadays.
Oh, no kidding. No kidding.
Yeah, account numbers and medicines and all that stuff you need. Because, I mean, see, a lot of people, what I've noticed in orientation, they'll just bring like maybe one bag.
Yeah.
Just for maybe like a couple days of clothes and, stuff like that. And then they go home. And this is what I was telling her. For anybody who's thinking to go into trucking and they talk to these companies and stuff, a lot of companies will nowadays try to fly you out or put you on a bus. If they want to fly you out, try to push them to give you a rental car. That way you can have all your stuff with you when you go to orientation so that you don't have to waste time and get routed back home, which will put you out of the loop a lot of times of their freight lanes and stuff like that. And that's one suggestion I got is push them to put you in a rental car.
Yeah. I was trying to remember back. The couple of times that I've been to orientation, once was with Swift, and they were 2 away from our house. So we just got a hotel and then drove back in our own car. The other one was US Express, and same kind of thing, because for a truck driver to drive from where we lived at to LA was no big deal. It was 8-hour drive. Okay, whatever. I'm a truck driver. That's a normal day for me.
Yeah.
So we just took our car, left our car at the terminal, and then went to work. And when next time that we came back through, picked up the car. One of us drove the car, the other one drove the truck. So my worst orientation, I think, was at Forward Air. And again, it was close by. It was in Sacramento, so it was an hour and a half away. But when I started driving, I drove for a little local company doing agriculture, because in California, like Florida, there's a lot of agricultural. So we had almonds and rice and walnuts and peaches and everything. And so my first driving job was doing that. And I had been through their little quick orientation and had this amazing guy that taught you everything. And two companies later, we went to Forward Air. The same guy was giving orientation at Forward Air, and I knew all the answers.
Nice.
So he wouldn't call on me.
Why do I not remember instructing anybody at Forward Air?
Not you.
Oh, you said amazing guy, so I kind of thought, you were right talking about me.
Not. So we had a hello Tinkerbell.
Yep. There's Tink. Where is she? Come on.
The only reason we don't do the auto pay is because in trucking, it's feast or famine, and
you never know.
You never know if you're going to have it in your checking to take out, and to be safe, we just
right. And they're always. I don't care who it is or how big the company is. The payroll will always get screwed up somehow.
Somehow, somewhere. So Lori says, I get all my bills in my email. It's so much easier. Then I have to remember my sign-in and passwords. That is a problem.
Yeah.
Go to Fingerprint. Go to the fingerprint. The biometric, thing. It works better.
I don't have fingerprint. Mine's face. The fingerprint doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, no, it does on mine. Thank you very much.
That's because we have Android. She has Apple.
Ugh.
Hey, I'm an Apple. What can I say? So yeah, no, but I'm with Heather. Sometimes it is feast or famine, and I don't do auto pay either. I'm not giving anybody access to my bank account because I might need that last $5.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's like us. I mean, we've been living off our last check from the previous company
since the first.
The first, yeah.
Yeah, the first.
Yeah, since the first.
Yeah.
And we just went to Walmart and, we spent pretty much our last $300.
Yeah.
So we have enough food in here to last us. But, hopefully nothing, auto hits or whatever, because it's like, no,
No, I'm with you, Lori. I don't want anybody. She says, I don't want some oddball dinkling in my bank account. I'm with you. I don't want them touching it. So
I know, Moneybags Clark over there.
Hey, listen, I work hard for my money, okay? And I save my money.
Wait a minute.
But my daughter says it's the future, says the one who constantly asks me for Apple Cash. So yeah. See,
you hear that, Steve? She said it's her money.
If I could get him to retire, I would. I'd support him.
Damn.
Hey. No, we were talking. If we had an automatic truck when I started pretending to drive for that 2 weeks when he trained me. If we had an automatic, I would probably be driving a truck.
Yeah.
But it was just too much for me to learn all the gears plus construction, and I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, when I was teaching her to drive, it wasn't find it or grind it. It was, what gear are we going to lose today?
Yeah, so
Heather, I'll let you drive mine. It's a standard, so I'll teach you. Don't worry.
Okay.
Oh,
that's my girl. Okay,
we're
gonna take a quick break.
Somebody's going to jail.
Yeah.
We're gonna come back to Ed. Ed has a wonderful.
Oh, gotta hear Ed's.
We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Pat.
And this is Heather.
For the Misadventures of Pat and Heather, come check us out on our stream. We are unpredictable, unscripted, and un-PC. Oh yeah, that's Tinkerbell too. You might be able to see her too. So come check us out. Only on Trucking Life.
Hello there.
Good morning. How are you, Ed?
I'm doing fine. I have a new hat.
I see that, a nice new NASA hat. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yes, we were on the chat of all your adventures. How was your trip?
They were adventures.
Ed,
no,
I like that.
we wife and I took a couples only anniversary trip to Houston, and we're both nerds basically. So we did the National Museum, we did the Museum of Natural Sciences, we did the Houston Zoo, we did the aquarium. The aquarium. So if you ever find yourself in Houston and want to go see some fish, that you have a tiger, which is
oh wow.
Kind of, yeah, it's weird because you think your zoo has a tiger, but why does the aquarium have a tiger?
That is a good question.
Right. But no, we kind of, lived the other half's life, but we went to a super fan wine and dine Italian steakhouse. So that was probably some of the best food I've ever had, probably the most expensive food I've ever had, but it was great. And we took in some theater. We went to a live show.
I love it.
And it was really fancy. It was the Alley Theater, and their own preferred private parking garage that has a tunnel. So you don't even have to walk on the surface streets to get to the theater. You take a tunnel. You just walk through a tunnel, and then you're in the elevator to go to your show.
That is very cool.
And then we went to the iPic Theater to watch The Batman, because I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. And the iPic Theater is basically a movie theater for rich snobs. That's basically what it is. It's you have your own couples recliner. They power recline. You have tables. You have fancy pop out cup holders. A wait around and give you blanket and take your order. You can be wined and dined while you're watching Batman. And,
Yes. The theater for snobs. I love it. Sounds like my kind of place. Uh-oh. Well, here we go with the technical difficulties with that. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Okay, well, we lost Ed for a minute. All right. Well, I really hope we can get him back in, because he has a wonderful story. Not for the faint-hearted. So...
yeah, so explicit content warning ahead for this story. So, there we go. Yeah, parental advice. You have young ones. How old is your little one that's on this show? I need to make sure this is appropriate.
Yeah, she's 11.
Right. Okay, so yeah, cover her ears. So
Yep,
basically, so this story is from when I was a CDL instructor, and so I'm an Army vet, and I know I come off as, professional and nice and everything, but that's not that's not who I am normally. When I was a CDL instructor, it was kind of like a regular struggle for me to maintain constant professionalism. Was every now and then you that
Oh boy. All right. Well, we'll keep trying. We'll keep trying to get him to come back. That's too bad. Yes, exactly. Blame the liberals, Pat. It's all my fault. Oh boy.
all right.
All
right.
Let's see if
Am
we
I
can
coming
get
through okay?
back
Are
in.
you able to hear?
Yeah, you're coming in and out. Right now it sounds okay. Yeah.
So basically, the short version of the story is that I quoted Full Metal Jacket to an Army vet, and then he tried to accuse me. He went to accusing me of threatening him with sexual assault in order to get out of paying for his CDL school. So the thing about Army vets or military vets in general, whenever you get a truck full of them, which is what I had, I was covering for another instructor for a day, and I get in there, and we're all military vets, and it never fails. At some point, somebody in the back of the truck is gonna go, "Is that you, John Wayne? Is this me?" And there's only one appropriate response to that quote, and that is, "Who said that? Who the fuck said that? Who's the slimy little communist shit twinkle toe cocksucker just signed his own death warrant?" Right? So so that basically started us off, and all right. So the guy that's driving in the seat, we'll call him Private Gomer Pyle, because he's an idiot. And Gomer Pyle at some point makes some sort of allusion to the fact that my ass looks like 200 pounds of chewed bubblegum. And it was too easy, because he actually was from Texas. So I just look at him and I say, "Well, you would know, because you're from Texas, and only queers come from Texas, and you don't very much look like a steer to me, so I guess that narrows it down." And he's like, "Man, fuck this guy." So, that kind of continues on for a little bit. And, eventually I'm like, all right, everyone shut up. We got to make this right turn at the light up ahead here. And, he makes the turn fine. I don't really have any notes, but then immediately, we're in a standard. He starts grinding every single gear, just trying to, we're going like 10, 15 miles an hour in a 35. There's a line of cars behind us. And I look over and I even got the quote wrong. I was mad at myself after the fact. And I told him, dude, you need to square yourself away and start shitting me Tiffany cufflinks before I gouge out your eyeballs and skull fuck you. Clutch, let's go. And and it was fine. Everything was good. And started, started going down the road, and we had a great day. It was a Friday. Everything was good. Fast forward like 3 months. All right, I thought about you guys, and I don't know how. And I get an email from HR saying that this guy is trying to quit. He's claiming that he shouldn't be forced to pay, because if you put, which is what he was doing, you have $5,000 for the school, and he was claiming that he should pay because he was threatened, and I don't remember all the terms that he used, but basically he was like, yeah, because my instructor was an asshole and threatened me with sexual assault. He said he was going to gouge out my eyeballs and skull fuck me, and I'm like, you little piece of shit. So me and my HR lady, we had to have a conversation, and she's like, did you actually say the words? And I said, yes, but, and I sent her a YouTube link, and she watched it, and she's like, y'all are Army vets, aren't you? I said, yes. He, and keep in mind, he said my ass looked like 200 pounds to chew bubblegum first. He had it coming. So, yeah, fair warning for anyone that wants to be a CDL instructor. People will throw you under the bus at the first, you almost can't even be human with people, because at the first chance of trouble, they will throw you under the bus so quick in order to save their own skin. And it really sucks. Side note, since we're talking about our own personal orientations, I have another interesting one. I don't know if we have time.
Of course we do.
All right. So this is like one of those, what rock did you crawl out from under? Where did you come from? What expectation did you have of coming to work at this place? So this is when I was starting with GP Transco. Sorry, my dog found a squeaker. Come here, give me that. Get over there. So I was starting at GP Transco, and the week that I started, it was just me and one other guy. And it's a 2-day orientation. He didn't make it through the orientation. What it was is GP Transco, they advertise that they pay what they pay, and they, have everything that they have, but they're not a 1099 company. Usually in order to get paid what, GP Transco drivers get paid, it's a 1099 company, which means you get no benefits. You're a private contractor. You basically get screwed. But GP Transco, that's a W-2 company. But the thing was that this guy, this gormless moron, he shows up to orientation, and they hand him his tax forms, and he's like, what are these? And I'm like, what do you mean? We're sitting in the classroom by ourselves. I've been an orientation instructor for years. I know these forms like the back of my hand. And I'm like, what do you mean? What are these? These are your tax forms. And he's like, wait, we actually have to pay taxes here? So this dude had been working for 1099 companies his entire career, had never paid 1 cent in taxes in God knows how long, and thought that that was fine. And so, once he realized that he was actually going to be taxed on his income working at that company, he was gone that second day.
Oh my gosh. It takes all kinds. It does. It takes all kinds. So
yeah.
So I'm sorry, you cut out there.
Yeah.
No, I just want everybody to note, please, the other personality of Ed Plow. He is not always calling.
No.
But I love this side of Ed, okay? Ed has some stories, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, we're just getting started. Eventually, if I work here long enough, we'll get through all of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. So we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we are going to have Pat and Heather, and we're going to show their first video. We'll be right back.
Howdy, Mother Truckers. Are you ready for a new literary adventure about life on the road but don't know where to start? Well, let this old road dog drop a recommendation for you. Mother Trucker, because it's never too late, is the story of a woman named Sandy, who's starting a new trucking career after decades of corporate life. Author Missy Rickman invites you to come laugh along with Sandy and her new friends' misadventures as they learn and grow on America's highways. Join readers from around the world, from California to Florida, from Okinawa, Japan, and even the Dignity Statue in South Dakota, and all parts in between. Mother Trucker is available now, online, at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, MotherTruckerTheBook.com, and wherever fine books are sold. Don't miss out. Order yours today while supplies last, and we'll see you out on the road, Mother Trucker.
Stop! I can't get them anywhere.
Product placement. Okay, see?
Yes.
Oh.
All right.
Hey, where's our copy?
Hey, I know you got to talk to her about that because I bought that one. I got that one off of Amazon. I actually paid for it.
Oh, did you?
Well, of course, your money buck spark.
Well, of course. I just don't. I need it signed. So I've got to run into her. Yeah, so I can get it signed. But speaking of Mother Trucker, I wanted to let everybody know that she did a podcast that is up on our Facebook page. We have a link to it. I have a link to it on my page, Miami Pink Panther, and it's the Truck Focus podcast. Say that 3 times really quick. She did a wonderful 45 minutes with Josh Hannonberry. I listened to it last night, and it is amazing. She talks about how she got started and how she came up with ideas for the book, and it's a great podcast. So I encourage everyone to go check that out. Brooke says she paid for hers too. LOL, just like that.
Yeah, we're just cheapskates.
Not allowed to have any money.
No, he's actually not. I hold all the money.
Good idea. So, all right. Let's talk about you guys. We are going to premiere the first video
Dun, dun, dun.
In a series about changing companies and everything that you guys went through. So tell us about this first video. When did you start?
We started.
I guess it's the moving.
Yeah,
right?
we started it on the way after we had just unloaded the truck that we were just in. We were hot, sweaty, and we were on our way home with our car, our Kia Soul, like packed to the top of the vehicle, full of stuff. Because he's like, I don't know how this is gonna fit, and so he was just shoving things into the car. And of course, I had to take things out. And
Tetris.
thank God for Tetris. Yeah.
Thank God. All right, let's show the video, and then we'll come back and give everybody details on where the rest of it's going to be at.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Hey everybody, it's Pat.
And it's Heather.
From the Misadventures of Pat and Heather. Well, we are starting our new documentation here the next couple of days for moving from one company to another. And we have actually emptied out the truck. It took us probably about an hour. My ties are officially severed with the company that I'm with. And it went very well because I was friends with these guys. And I've known them for quite a while. The guys that run the operations here in Oklahoma City. So it doesn't normally go that smooth for drivers when they move. They do midnight move outs. They pretty much do, we're just going to clean the truck out and go screw off, but they knew I was coming. I informed everybody. They knew about it. That's what's going on. If you look in the back here, you cannot see our back window.
No, it's plumb full.
It is packed to the rafters. We're going to pick up a U-Haul that the company that we're going to is providing us. Because rental cars are just too expensive. Normally they do rental cars, but they got screwed over so much that they just got rid of their rental car account. So we're moving out, and moving and moving on up to the east side. That's right, we're going east to Arkansas. So, is it a deluxe apartment? Well, I'm gonna have to say a Volvo 860 is kind of like a deluxe apartment.
Yeah, I guess it would be.
So, that's what we're doing. Some of you may ask, well, why are you leaving? Well, like we talked about on Wednesday, like the company I'm with, it's just, they did not live up to what the recruiter said it was supposed to be. My check, like, let's say my check this week was only $800.
Wasn't even that.
It wasn't even $700. Barely, not even $699 or something. But, stuff like that. When you work all week and you're making $700 paychecks, that just, it just defeats the whole purpose. So, that's what we're doing, is starting this adventure. It's always a new adventure. And we are, we're just doing our thing. We'll be leaving tomorrow for Arkansas. And on Tuesday, we will tell you the company we're at. Well, you might get a glimpse of it, on Monday. I don't know. So we'll just have to see. Other than that, this is what it's like. It's not, you just bring your truck from the new company over to the old truck, which we have done before.
Yeah.
We have done that before and emptied it out and went from there. It's a new thing. And normally Heather will get very anxious about moves. It happens with her. And it is kind of nerve-wracking. The unknown, the unknown is at times very nerve-wracking. As long as, you're comfortable with it, you know what you're doing, you've done your homework on the company, a lot of times it makes it a lot easier. I'm not going to say it's 100% all the time. But with this company that we're going to, they're a much smaller company. They have a family atmosphere. What do you have to say about it?
Well, that's all we have to say about it.
What kind of crap is that?
No, this is just the first part. Just moving all the crap out of the truck and putting it into our vehicle, and then we're going to have to move it out of our vehicle into another vehicle, which we will show you later once we get that all packed and stuff. And I could actually show you, I could take all of this out of our car and show you how much stuff is going to have to go inside the truck. So
and maybe Jen can put up a photo of a Volvo 860 so people know what it looks like. It is exactly like Brooke and Johnny's, and I don't know if it's the same year or 1 year newer. I don't know yet, but it will be brand new, so we're kind of excited about that. Right now we're going to pick up the U-Haul, take it to our house, unload the car into the garage, figure out what we're taking, what we're not taking, and then we got to go get Tinkerbell because she is at PetSmart Groomers getting groomed, and she's going to come back smelling like a sugar cookie.
Alright, well, I wanted to make this video short so that he could edit it, but anyways, we will be back later for
part 2.
Part 2?
There it is. That is part 1 in a series that we will continue every Wednesday night. So you guys got to watch our Wednesday night show. and
Yep.
whoever's hosting will play the next part. So this coming Wednesday will be part 2. Yes, there's Tink.
Yeah, what we're going to try to do is we've got 4 more episodes, and we're going to try to make it a weekly thing every Wednesday, and just give our little
How's
video
it
of
going?
how things are going and stuff like that. Yeah, so yeah, I may do, and you know what? I'm going to make an announcement. I'm going to do a PSA on what to ask recruiters when looking for a new trucking job.
That's a really good idea. Yep. That's another show. What do you look for in a company when you're calling and asking questions? And
Right. What are the right questions? Because recruiters, if you don't ask the right questions, they're not going to tell you, and then they're going to be like, well, you should have asked that question before you came here.
You can maybe do an interview with the EOS recruiter that you talked to, because she was pretty cool, though.
She was cool, but she's, well, whatever. I'll try.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, yeah, everybody, we're going to continue this series every Wednesday on the Wednesday show. And yeah, we can't wait to see the next part. So
yeah.
So great job.
And if any of you viewers out there know of a business that wants some advertising, hit up Angela, hit up Brooke, anybody. We're looking for advertisers.
Yep. Yes, we are looking for advertisers to sponsor our shows and to sponsor some of our Trucking Life exclusive content. So if you are in need of advertising, hit us up at truckinglife.live@gmail.com. And yeah, we'll be glad to help you out with that. Don't forget to check out our website, truckinglife.live, where you can find all of our streamers, all of our content, some Trucking Life exclusive content that's not on Facebook. So yeah, don't forget to check that out, everybody. And you guys be safe. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your 34.
Yeah, we're going to play board games.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm doing the same thing. I'm doing a 34 here in Arizona. So I got to head back home. Sorry, Pat.
Well, going back home, take your 2 months off. You fair weather driver.
He's just jealous.
I know he is.
I'm jealous because she's in South Florida with all that good food.
That's right. That's right. So, all right. We love you guys. Everybody have a great Sunday. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks for stopping by.
That's right, baby girl. I love you.
You're watching TruckingLife.live. Thank you for being with us today. Please like, follow, and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any more great content. We'll see you out on the road.